Okay, so this is going to be like attempt number, I don't even know, because I've tried to make this video several times and it's just always felt super long, or I never got to finish making the video because of interruptions. So I'm finally making this now because I just feel like it's time, and I want a sense of who I felt like I was before, and I just want some normalcy back in my life because I feel like I've been avoiding and putting things aside because of what I've been going through. So here we go. I know this channel doesn't get a lot of views and not a lot of people watch these videos, and that's fine. Like, that's not what this channel is for. This channel has always been mostly for me to make memories with my friends and family, and so I could go back and reflect and watch and have good times, and just remember those great moments. But the thing is, not everything in life is full of great moments. There are a lot of moments in our lives that are hard, and where it feels like nothing is going to feel fine. And that's kind of where like I've been the last couple of months, and I've really been struggling. And that's why I haven't posted a lot of things on any social media. Um, I don't know why. I think just like a fear of doing that, or I don't know. But this is kind of for me. I'm going through a patch right now where I'm trying to accept what I'm feeling and what I'm going through, and not just trying to shove it away or hoping that it'll just stop. And then when I feel ready, everything will go back to oh I'm so happy. But that's not the case. I've been struggling a lot. And I have been struggling a lot over the years, and I'm very selective about what I put on my channel. And when something major happens, I usually don't post about it, or like I water things down, and I don't like to make a lot of serious videos. The last time I did like a serious like update video was my freshman year of college, and even then I didn't even like address what was really going through my head. I was just going through a lot of self-doubt and unconfidence, and I had just gone through a breakup, and a lot of insecurities. I was feeling lonely, but I never really addressed any of that. But for me, like, I know the context of it, so when I would go back and watch the video, like, I knew what I was going through at the time to help get me through to the next chapter of my life. And this is all going to be unedited, so I'm sorry if this is boring, and it probably will be, but for me, this is something I need to do. A couple of months ago, I was posting my camping series, camping at Bass Lake, and there was a vlog where I was talking about how I had a panic attack in the water, and then I took a break from the vlog when I was editing, and I was saying, oh, like, mental health, like, it's a serious thing, and like, there's nothing wrong with like seeking help or getting like the assistance you need. And I kind of felt like, starting from that moment on, so many insecurities and how I wasn't practicing what I was preaching, because I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety and just self-doubt and worry, and I've been dealing with this since high school. But and it's not always persistent, and it's not always constant. Like, there are like periods where like it's happening a lot, and then like it'll kind of fade away, but then sometimes it'll just start back up again. And when I was editing that video, it kind of was like starting back up, because like I was upset because it was like I was preaching like it was okay to seek help and to do what you need to do, because mental health is a serious thing, and there's nothing wrong with making sure that you're in your best state of mind. And I wasn't doing that. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and it just makes you worry about yourself. You're like, is there something wrong with me, or am I weird, or am I not normal? And that's what I was feeling. And like, just from there, my anxiety started getting worse and worse and worse. And I've always been scared to look into more things because, you know, I was just scared of myself and I was scared of what I would find. But I started doing some research and it's been beneficial for the most part. And I started going to therapy. I was always scared to take that first step into making myself feel better because I was always scared of what I was going to hear or things that I was going to admit and making them a reality. But the thing is, they already are a reality. It was just how I was hiding and covering it and avoiding it. And it was just an unhealthy way of living because there was always just like that fear I was going to wake up one day and I was just going to be so consumed and I would never be able to recover from that. And it's scary. I've made a lot of videos trying to talk about this and to address it, and I've cried a lot. And I just miss feeling the way I do when I'm not in this state. Because I'm not always in the state, and I know that. But when you are, when like you're going through that little period, it feels like that's all there ever is and there ever was. And there's just so much doubt. But this is a way for me to help get those feelings out. I've been doing so many things to help put me in the best state of mind possible. I started going to therapy. I started journaling. I started practicing mindfulness and meditation, and it is hard. It is not the easiest thing, and people are just like, oh yeah, just start meditating. Oh yeah, start practicing mindfulness. It is not easy. It is so hard, especially when you have something that's on your mind so much. And without going into specifics, I have OCD, and I never knew I could have OCD. I always thought the definition of OCD was, you know, someone who is afraid of germs and has to constantly be cleaning and organized and have to have like all like the details like of like every like little like physical thing out there in the world, and that's not what that is, or that's not the only thing it could be. Anyway, I have a lot of anxiety and intrusive thoughts, and I never knew that's what I was going through. I always just thought I was losing my mind, essentially, and that there was something wrong with me. And since going on this journey, like knowing that I am going through something that a lot of people go through, and it's something that I'm not in control of, you know, it's a chemical imbalance. That in itself, and like maybe saying, I think it's time for me to reach out, already lifted such a heavy weight off my shoulders. And there's still a lot. I'm still going through a lot, and every day is a different journey. But I will say that I can say with the fullest confidence that from where I was 3, 4, 5 years ago when this started, I am in such a better place than then, because it was just and it still does feel like that sometimes, like the hugest like weight, and it just feels like your heart is broken and you can't fix it, and it's scary, and you just question everything about yourself, your personality, your choices, your lifestyle, and things like that you never thought you'd have to question or worry about are kind of brought to the front. But I wanted to start feeling more like myself again, and I feel like I have been, but I feel like making a video like this has always been something I've been avoiding, because I've made a couple of vlogs since, you know, before I started going to therapy and everything. But like I was always scared to watch them because I was like, at that time I knew I was going through some heavy feelings of anxiety, and my OCD was just getting to me, and I was always scared that if like I edited or posted them, then that's all that would be, just a reminder of that. And I want to remember the good things, but that's not life. In life, you're going to go through ups and downs, and you're going to go through tough periods, and it's difficult to talk about at first, but as time goes on, it does get easier. And I know that kind of sounds cliche or cheesy, but you know, that's just the truth. That is the truth of it. And I feel like people get so scared to talk about these things because you know, at least for me, it meant making it a reality. And um, sometimes we just want to keep pretending, and you know, like you don't want that thing to be true. And sometimes you just have to face your fear. You have to face a fear, and there's nothing wrong with that. And being confident and believing in yourself is so important. And I've always had the hardest time with self-confidence in anything I do, whether it's what I wear, how my body is, how I am in school, when I'm on stage, how I act. I just suffer from self-confidence, but I'm working on it, and that's all I can say. And I'm going to keep working on it. And eventually, I know that this journey is going to level out, and what I'm going through now is going to feel like a distant memory. And sometimes it's like, until like I say things like that, it brings a lot more hope to my heart. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, taking some time. You have to be patient. You have to be open, and you just have to have more confidence in yourself, and that's so much easier said than done. But I'm trying to find ways in which I can do that for myself, and it's going to take time. But patience is a big thing. I always say to people in my life, to my friends, to family, you know, there's the scene from the movie The Mummy where she's reading and she goes, "Patience is a virtue." And I say that all the time to everyone. And I need to start saying that to myself. Patience is a virtue. And just because I'm feeling bad now, or I may feel like I'm in this state, doesn't mean I'm going to feel like this forever. Doesn't mean that I have to continue to let it affect me. State what I'm feeling. And then from there, having more acceptance of myself, and doing my best to live in the moment and to be mindful and to practice my mindfulness practices that I've been learning, and discovering new things that help me feel like I'm more in the moment. And that's all we can really do. And you know, no one's alone out there. And people, I think we all are so afraid that we are going through something by ourselves, and we're not. We're not. And so many people I've discovered, once I started being more open and talking about this, was I started finding through my friends or my family how they've struggled with things similar to what I'm struggling with, or that they've gone through their own struggles and they felt alone. And that's not true. I know I can speak for myself to anyone who's going through anything. Like, I am on your side. Like, I will always be there for you. And that goes out to all my friends and to all my family members, the people I know, the people that I'm destined to meet. Like, I am going to be there for you. And I know that my friends are there for me. And sometimes it is hard because you just think, like, what if my friends think differently of me? What if my family rejects me? What if my family doesn't see me the same way anymore? And, you know, maybe they won't, but not necessarily in a bad way. You know, they're going to see you as being truthful and honest about what you're going through. And they want the best for you. And, like, when they ask you, like, "Are you okay?" or "How are you?" like, it's not because, like, they're just, like, scared of you or scared of like, who you're becoming. It's a genuine feeling of care and love. And watching this video from a channel called Kitty Let, she talks about fear, and how, like, you can kind of take fear and re-observe it and reshape it and think from a place of love. And that's what I've been doing a lot too. When you think with love, like, things change. And it's like you have so many worries and fears and anxieties, and you're worried that you're not enough, or that you'll never pull through, or that you're going to be someone that you're not. You know, like, everyone goes through that. Everyone has that fear. The problem is when you have anxiety or OCD, it feels a lot harder to push through that. But that's my reality. That's what I'm going through. And I'm not going to give up. And no one should ever give up. You know, it's okay to reach out. If coming on YouTube and finding a video that you find some comfort in is your first step, then that's amazing. That's good. But continue to keep on trying your best. And that's all we can do, is keep trying our best and to live life being in the moment with an open mind and to just try your best. And that's what I'm doing. And man, I feel like I sound like a robot right now, but this is genuine and this is my truth. And I'm ready to start taking some things back that I've always felt comfortable and happy doing. And I think that's been one of my struggles, is going through this. It's like, I feel like I have to change everything. And yeah, I do have to make some adjustments and to live a better lifestyle for myself, but not everything has to go away, because I've never had problems with making YouTube videos or making vlogs. That's always just been something that's made me happy. And I feel like it continues to be a positive thing for me, because I go and watch YouTube videos all the time and I see a lot of positive things coming out of that, and I don't want to feel like I have to lose everything that makes me feel like I'm a powerful person. And this is one way for me to kind of take back a little bit from my anxiety and from my fear. This is who I am. I'm going on this journey. I have anxiety. I have OCD. I suffer from intrusive thoughts a lot. And I have so many issues with self-confidence and doubt. And I worry all the time. But that doesn't always have to be me. I'm committed to working through this and to finding what makes me feel happy and what gives me a happier and more fulfilling lifestyle. And I hope people, if you ever watch this, find some value in it. Or maybe no one will watch this and I'll just watch this for myself. But just knowing that you're never alone out there. And there's so many people out there who care about you and who want the best things to come for you. And I'm just rambling. But yeah, I guess that's it. Because I'm ready to start living a life that's going to make me happy. So that's me. Hi, my name is Jacob. I'm an actor. I'm a performer. I love to tell stories. I have a huge imagination, and sometimes my imagination gets the best of me. I have anxiety, OCD, intrusive thoughts, and I worry all the time. And I'm working on living a better lifestyle. Thank you.